As Silgvani finished talking, she found Dr. Gitai staring at her in disbelief. Your Highness, what do you mean abandoning ship? I mean what I say. Our engine took too much damage from the attack. We won't make it home like that. The Kairasha's raider is still docked, and Ganat thinks he can fly it, so we'll take that. The explanation didn't really seem to convince the doctor. But the Star Treader is a ship, nothing more. Shouldn't we at least try to call home and ask for help? Githey asked, still not wanting to give up the royal vessel. The princess sighed. Even if we managed to get a signal, we left the secure routes, she answered, slowly closing the distance between them. The doctor was kneeling on the ground next to a console, a small water canister in one of her hands. Behind said console, Nadine came into view. The small alien had wrapped the cape tightly around her body, making her look even more helpless than her small frame did already. Someone who hadn't seen what she was capable of would definitely doubt whether she could even harm a plant. The princess locked eyes with her for a moment before she kept talking. We would be sitting Kigkraz if we just stay here and wait for help. Not to mention that there is also chance that the life support systems will fail. But can't we? Dr. Silvani interrupted her. I will not risk any more lives just to save a sentimental piece of scrap metal. Are we clear? The last word was drawn out and distorted as her vocal organ convulsed, to the point where it vibrated heavily in the air and didn't sound like her own voice or an actual word anymore. She hated it when that happened. Unfortunately, it was a bad habit of hers when she got angry. The Vanayeri had inherited this odd ability from their evolutionary ancestors, although in this day and age, most couldn't use it anymore. The princess had figured out how to do it when she was just 2 cycles old, and now she frequently wished that she hadn't. Yes, Your Highness. Good. Now go to the medical bay and pack everything you think we may need. I'll take care of Nadine. She then turned towards her attendants that had followed her here. You help to carry her stuff. The two looked at her, then at each other, then at Nadine. Your Highness, we can't let... Do I look like I'm in the mood for discussions right now? After a startle, the attendants took a bow and followed Githai. Silgvani took a moment to calm herself down before she turned to Nadine. The princess crouched down to get closer to her, but Silgvani was tall by the standards of her kind, meaning that even now she completely dwarfed the alien girl. Her eyes were big compared to the size of her head, and the way she looked up to her made them look even bigger. Heck, Silgvani had seen what Nadine was capable of, and still felt an urge to protect the small creature. Your name is Nadine, right? She started. We didn't have the chance to converse during the last encounter, so allow me to catch up on that. I am Silgvani, first princess of homeworld of the Vanayeri. Nadine lowered her head. Greetings, Your Majesty, she stuttered with a soft and shaking voice, almost too quiet to hear. Silgvani had to give her all in order to keep a straight face. How could such a powerful fighter be this adorable? Well, she said with the slightest hint of a chuckle, I'm not queen yet, so it's just Your Highness, to be exact. I'm sorry. I have never spoken to royalty before. Don't worry, it's fine. Speak with me in a way you are comfortable with. First ones, I should be the one bowing to you. You are the one who saved us all. The girl seemed to relax a little after hearing that. Silvani picked up the container Githai had left behind. I assume you are hungry. We didn't know what you eat, but the doctor thought water would be a good start. Nadine, with an expression that appeared to be thankful, took the container with both hands and then turned a few times, apparently unsure how to use it. Should I? Show you was what she wanted to say, but before she could do so, a gush of water hit Nadine in the face. This time she could not suppress her chuckle, but Nadine, although surprised, didn't seem too displeased with the result. She repeated the motion, got hit by more water, and then started to rub her face. She wants to wash off the blood. While it was a bit of a waste to use drinking water for cleaning, the urge to get the blood at least from her face was understandable. She was still covered in blood. Heck, her clothes were probably more blood than fabric at this point, but at least her hands and face were back to their natural pale pink. She then put the container at her mouth and started drinking, only to stop again after one gulp. Is this pure water? What was that supposed to mean? Did she really think that purifying water was beyond the Venere's capabilities? No, calm down. She is not trying to be rude. She knows nothing about us. I would also be cautious if I were in her situation. Yes, it is 100% pure water, so you can drink with ease. Nadine, however, didn't. Her reaction confused Silgvani until she finally understood. Wait, is that bad? Well, Nadine started, seemingly looking for the right way to explain it. Pretty bad, yeah. Bad? Water? To a life form that, according to the doctor, had more water in her cells than any known species. How? And what would have to be added to prevent that? Some minerals. Calcium, sodium, magnesium, something like that. Silgvani wasn't familiar with those things, so it was probably best to leave that to Githai or Kabut. Still, intentionally polluting water to make it more healthy was a bizarre thought, to say the least.